A moment of silence today as former President Jimmy Carter's casket was carried out of the Carter Center in Atlanta, and he began his final journey.
In that journey, it took Carter along the streets of Washington, D.C. this afternoon as the procession made its way to the U.S. Capitol, where Carter is now lying in state.
Tributes to President Carter continue to come in from across the country and from right here in Minnesota.
Kent Erdahl visited with leaders of Twin Cities Habitat for Humanity today about Carter's impact on their mission and the growing tribute that they've created.
Inside a store dedicated to giving new life to household essentials, there's now a corner dedicated to honoring the life of former President Jimmy Carter.
He was a servant.
Throughout the week, Habitat for Humanity volunteers and members of the public are filling these walls with words of gratitude.
Always my favorite president. I'm going to start crying.
And mourning.
I wrote, this world is a better place because of you, because it truly is.
Emily Stone says she sees that every day she works here at the Habitat for Humanity Restore.
Yeah, a lot of people will come in and they're like, oh, we love coming in here because we know like Jimmy Carter supported it and he created it.
Good to see y'all.
Technically, President Carter didn't really create Habitat, but an invite to a project in 1985 did change his life and the organization forever.
He was so inspired by what he saw that President and Mrs. Carter returned with a busload of volunteers from Georgia to New York. They slept in a church basement and they volunteered for a week.
Kate Lowe was part of the team that worked alongside President Carter in Minneapolis in 2010, one of the nearly 4,400 projects he worked on in 14 countries over the course of 35 years.
I don't know of any other occupation that I've ever had that's more interesting and exciting and adventurous and unpredictable and gratifying.
And if you ask any of the 100,000 volunteers who worked with him, they'll tell you he wasn't just there for a photo op.
He wanted to lift the walls, he wanted to pound the nails, he wanted to do it all.
And field manager Tara Lumley says he lifted the entire organization in the process.
Had he not joined our mission, the concept of Habitat for Humanity may have not even made it out of Georgia.
So in honor of that, she will ensure that the walls currently dedicated to his life will get new life in the weeks to come.
He wouldn't want the lumber wasted. Any messages that get placed on the wall will end up in somebody's home.
If you'd like to come sign the wall or leave a note of thanks to President Carter, you can do so at the Restore here in New Brighton or at Habitat for Humanity headquarters in St. Paul. For the addresses and hours, go to our website, KARE11.com. In New Brighton, Kent Erdahl, KARE 11 News.